guys, welcome back to another episode of Handlebar ASMR. If you've watched some of my previous videos, you know that I'm a huge fan of The Office. And I've actually done a video where I read my favorite quotes from The Office. So if you haven't seen that, you should go back and find it and watch it. But I'm also a big fan of Parks and Rec for obvious reasons. So this video is going to be my favorite quotes from Parks and Rec. And here we go. You know my code. Hoes before bros. Uteruses before deuteruses. Ovaries before broveries. Leslie Knope. There's only one thing I hate more than lying. Skim milk. Which is water that is lying about being milk. Ron Swanson. I once worked with a guy for 3 years and never learned his name. Best friend I ever had. We still never talk sometimes. Ron Swanson. Sometimes you gotta work a little so you can ball a lot. Tom Haverford. I'm fine. It's just that life is pointless and nothing matters and I'm always tired. Amy Dwyer. One time, I waited outside a woman's house for 5 days just to show her how serious I was about wanting to drill her. Turns out, it was the wrong house. She left the story anyway. We got to third base. Over the pants. Jean Ralphio. Put some alcohol in your mouth to block the words coming from your mouth. Ron Swanson. Just remember, every time you look up at the moon, I too will be looking at the moon. Not the same moon, obviously. That's impossible. Andy Dwyer. There's nothing we can't do if we work hard, never sleep, and shirk from all our other responsibilities in our lives. Leslie Knope. No matter what I do, literally nothing bad can happen to me. I'm like a white male U.S. Senator. Leslie Knope. Halloween is my favorite holiday. It's just the best. And I don't have to work. Hey, slutty teenage girls dressed as sexy kittens, pump your own stomachs this year. Ann Perkins. I passed up a gay Halloween party to be here. Do you know how much fun a gay Halloween party are? Do you know how much fun gay Halloween parties are? Last year I saw 3 Jonas Brothers make out with 3 Robert Pattinsons. It was amazing. April Ludgate. These dogs are so cute. I want to throw up and kill myself. Greg Middlebrooks. We need to remember what's important in life. Friends, waffles, and work. Or waffles, friends, work. It doesn't matter, but work is third. Leslie Knope. I totally hear you, but I also don't like what you're saying, so if you say no, I will start a fire in the bathroom. Mona Lisa. It's like I always say, when life gives you lemons, you sell some of your grandma's jewelry and go clubbing. Jean Ralphio. I would like to be the president someday, so no, I have not smoked marijuana. I ate a brownie once at a party in college. It was intense. It was kind of indescribable, actually. I felt like I was floating. Turns out there wasn't any pot in the brownie. It was just an insanely good brownie. Leslie Knope. Are you duking on my chest right now? Councilman Jam. Jogging is the worst. I know it keeps you healthy, but God, at what cost? Ann Perkins. No, that's Buckingham Palace. Hogwarts is fictional. You do know that, don't you? It's important for me that you know that. Ben Wyatt, London. Everything hurts and I'm dying. Leslie Knope. When I hear what I hear when I'm being yelled at is people carrying really loudly at me. Leslie Knope. Boss man Lisa. I once forgot to brush my teeth for 5 weeks. I didn't actually sell my car. I just forgot where I parked it. And I don't know who Al Gore is at this point. I'm too afraid to ask. When they say 2% milk, I don't know what the other 98% is. When I was a baby, my head was so big scientists did experiments on me. I once threw beer at a swan, and then it attacked my niece Rebecca. Amy Dwyer. My first ex-wife's name is Tammy. My second ex-wife's name is Tammy. My mom's name is Tamara, but she goes by Tammy. Ron Swanson. I'm a simple man. I like pretty dark-haired women and breakfast foods. Ron Swanson. When Andy and I used to go to the movies, he would always try to guess the ending of the movie, and he would always guess that the main character had been dead the whole time, even when we saw Ratatouille. And Perkins. I believe assault should be legal if the person is a jerk. Leslie Knope. There has never been a sadness that can't be cured by breakfast food. Ron Swanson. I guess my thoughts on abortion are, let's just all have a good time. Bobby Newport. Strippers do nothing for me, but I will take a free breakfast buffet anytime, any place. Ron Swanson. Oh, I love any book about vampires, werewolves, monsters, zombies, sorcerers, beasties, or time-traveling romances. And if I had an hour alone with Robert Pattinson, he would forget all about Skinny Legs McGee. I'll tell you that much. Donna Meekle. If I had a stripper's name, it would be Equality. Leslie Knope. Birthdays were invented by Hallmark to sell cards. Ron Swanson. In the 1880s, there were a few years that were pretty rough and tumble and pony. This, which is talking about a picture on the wall, depicts a kind of famous fight between Reverend Bradley and Annabeth Stevenson, a widowed mother of 7. The original title of this was A Lively Fisting, but they had to change it for obvious reasons. Leslie Knope. Lucky for me, I've processed all my feelings, and I've gone through the 5 stages of grief: denial, anger, internet commenting, cat adoption, African dance, cat returning to the adoption place, watching all the episodes of Murphy Brown, and not giving a flying fart. Leslie Knope. The raccoon problem is under control. They have their part of the town, and we have ours. Leslie Knope. Clear alcohols are for rich women on diets. Ron Swanson. I'm sorry, I have to ask this, but how many legs did the dog have when you found him? Ben Wyatt. I wonder who else was born in Eagleton. Voldemort, probably. Leslie Knope. On a scale of 1 to Chris Brown, how pissed is he? Tom Haverford. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I know I'm doing it really well. Andy Dwyer. And that is my favorite quotes from Parks and Rec. And now I want to watch Parks and Rec again. It's a dangerous slope anytime I start to watch an episode of The Office or an episode of Parks and Rec. I usually end up watching the entire seasons again, so I have to be careful or my free time is gone. But with that, this episode is over, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you join me for another episode soon, and from Handlebar ASMR, I say, hope to see you soon. Thanks again.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.